Good afternoon. We are back. This is Handyman Studios, or HMS 68, coming back live at you. Today we are at a vintage radio and communication of Museum of Connecticut. If you'd like to come to this place, this is 115 Pearson Lane. That's Windsor, Connecticut. I'll have it all down in my description down at the bottom. So this is the building that we're going to go in. The owner is John. His name is John. He's a very nice guy. This is he said it was about, I believe it was 20,000 square feet in here in this building. This is the whole building where it all is. And to get in this museum, it's about $10. So if you ever want to check it out. That is the address right there, 115 Pearson Lane. There's a parking lot where you guys can park at over here. Yes, I know, that's my rental car. So you just come in. You can either come from this way or from the right hand side. If you guys want to know what that farm is across from me though, that's actually tobacco. That's actually a tobacco farm where they hang up tobacco over there. Usually the doors were open last time when I came up, but the doors are closed today. So we're gonna venture in today into the radio place. So as you guys make your way up to this little place over here, you can see some of the windows. So this is the front door where you come into it. And we're gonna go see John today. So we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. We are back. All right, guys, we're back. So now we're stepping into the radio communication. This is an old TV, as you guys can see. And you can see all the sponsors. This is the Hall of Fame, the introduction of the broadcasting. You got a piano here. A lot of cool stuff, guys, to see. And as I pan on over here, they got a video game thing. You can come over here and play some Atari. And they got some, this is the store that we're currently in right now. Check out this thing.
A lot of those plastic holders,
We are. These are all the old cameras that they have. Isn't that cool, huh? The pianos. So we're gonna start going through. This is the inside to the museum. So when you first come in, you're gonna see this. If you want to, you can pause the video and you can read all this. This is the restrooms where you can use them. So this is gonna go I'm gonna go from left to right. So you guys are gonna see a lot of stuff. That's a telephone pole, the old ones, way back in the day. Typewriters and everything. Look at those typewriters, isn't that cool? Just don't touch anything in here. Just look. If you ever come. Got some old phones. You can actually, there's actually a phone here we're actually gonna get to though, guys, in a few. These are a lot of old telephones, but there's a phone on the other side of this museum. Actually, you can make it ring. And actually, I wanna show you guys that, demonstrate that though to you guys. This place is the coolest place that you guys would ever see. It's all typewriters. And this is under the keyboard. Well, he's talking about this typewriter right here down at the bottom, guys.
There are 6 micas in the inch.
See the typewriter that's on the screen? It is right here down below for me. This one that we're actually looking at. This is actually, you turn it right there where you're saying it, though, and this is what you used to do, these typewriters. Now they had a lot of numbers on it, as you guys can see. That's the one he was talking about on the television. That's that one right there. Isn't that cool, guys? And then these used to be the old music things where they used to play these. These are called the old tubes. This is back in 1958. So don't worry, guys. We're going to get to all of it today. So this is going to be pretty much probably maybe a 20-minute video or maybe a 30. I'm not positive. But there's also, too, a lot of stuff from the movies that you're going to see in here, though, too. I'm going to show you all of it. Today we got exclusive access to video and to see this whole museum as it is. Now, if you guys take a look back on me, you guys can see all of it. But we're gonna get it over to that side down a little bit. This is from the 1800s, all of this right now. As you guys can also see, this is from the movie studios. This is from the 1920s, guys. This is a subplex sound and motion picture projection. This is a 35 mil sound from a movie projector from a movie theater. And then this is all from the Hollywood. This is all from the studios, as you guys can tell. This is what they used to use back in the Hollywood days. So come on up here and check it out. This is a cool museum. We're not even done with half of it yet. So this is all it. This is what they used to use. Looks like a little eyeballs, a little face right there, huh? Today we're gonna try to get up to another museum if I can get over there, but I'm gonna try to get over there, guys, if we can. Okay, so I'm gonna turn over to this side. So if you guys can see, this is now the 19th to 19th century. From the 19th century to the 1919, which is pretty cool. This is what it was like back in the early days before there was actually a lot of like phones and telephones. There was a lot of other stuff that was going on behind the scenes. So as you guys can see, the telephone poles are actually very different. And these are the old record players that they actually had. These work. All these old record players work. That's the last time I came in. The guy played a record on here. It was actually pretty cool. And this is what they used to use when they wanted entertainment for themselves. They didn't have the old tube TV. This was Edison. I'm not sure. This was manufactured in 1912 by Thomas A. Edison Incorporation. If you want to, you could stop this though, and you could take a look at it. It's a very cool piece. So what you used to do was you used to wind this little wheel on the side. See that little thing on the side? You used to wind that up, and then you used to take this little needle over here, and you used to put it right onto the record, and then used to, as it goes around, you used to play the record. Pretty cool, huh? So, and then they had another one though like this though too. I was just showing you guys though too. And then what you do is the same thing. You crank it, you would wind it, and that's how you would get to listen to your music back in those days. So this is the birth of the record and sounds right here. So once again, if you want to pause this and take a look at this. I'll have a lot of this stuff up on my feed though, as I usually always do. That's how it used to look back in the Victorian days. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they used to have the music box right there. Instead of the TV, they'd have a music box though. That was the Edison Machine Shop. It was way back in the day. Back in the 19th century, guys. Okay, as we move on. Have any questions for me, just message me down at the bottom of the below in the comments. I know that you guys are burning to see more of my content. I always have good content up. This is another one from the 19th century though too. I'm not sure what that's all about. But these are all the vacuum tubes right here. So you see all the vacuum tubes? And that's used to work. And then the guy last time I was here, he turned this on. So this would turn on. I'm not gonna turn it on because I don't wanna break anything. But a lot of the stuff all works. It's 100% works. You see the vacuum tubes? It's pretty cool. We'll get a little tour of this though going, but I know you guys can see me. Yep. This stuff really works though too. These are called, what's it called? If you wanted to make Morse code, you would tap on this little button where I'm tapping at, it would make Morse code. Isn't that cool? This is what if you guys are hearing behind me, there's a projector behind me on the other side. That's the projector up there that's doing the movie. It's pretty loud. So this is all Morse code right here. And this is how you would do it. You would press this, see? Isn't that cool? You just press that. And that's what it would do. It would use Morse code. A lot of this stuff is from the 19th to the 18th century. You see, and you see different batteries though, guys, though too. Radio Shack's in there. Anybody? Nostalgia. 9 Lives. Radio Shack again. These are all the different batteries that they used to be 9 volts though. A lot of different 9-volt batteries though that used to be in here. And they also got, if anybody can know who that guy is though on the illustration. I'll give you one guess. His name was started with an N. Pretty cool, huh? A lot of cool stuff. You can actually put on this headset though too and hear some other good stuff. See, it says how it says try me. Put on the headphones and listen to the genius of the crystal radio that you might not be a little louder than receptacles by adjusting these 3 controls. Try them. You can try this out though, guys, though too. It's very, very cool. And if you guys hear the music behind me, actually use a lot of these radios. So as we come over here, you guys can see a lot of different. These are all the speakers that they used to use back in the days. Different speakers, different volumes of speakers, different volumes of sound that they would get out of it. They're gonna have this working next time I come in here. So as we move on from the 1920s, we move on from the 1920s now, guys. This is an old refrigerator. This refrigerator is from, I forgot what the guy said though. The guy said that this refrigerator is actually from the 50s, the early 50s, but it had a radio inside of it though. And if you open it up, this was the freezer down at the bottom. That was down here. This was a little freezer down here. Wasn't that cool? And then now, if you wanted to come home and sit down and relax, you would actually listen to one of these little lamps. That lamp has a radio inside of it though too. Isn't that cool? This is what you would listen to. This was your entertainment back in the day. You didn't have TV, not into the 50s. I think that refrigerator is actually from I want to say from the 20s. Or from the 30s. Let me just double check. Yes, the refrigerator was actually from the 1930s. I'm sorry. It was during that time period. But this model came out in 1934. So it was 1934 to 1930s. 1930s to 1934 when this refrigerator came out. And it had a little radio inside of it, and you can do it with the knobs. A lot of this is 1937. That was 1937. This is a Westinghouse, as you guys can see. A Westinghouse radio. Actually, they make a lot of cool stuff though too. A lot of these had clocks in them. And then you could turn on this though too. These had a lot of knobs though too, where you can have like a radio inside of it with the clock. The Stewart and the Warner's radio. They have so many different ones though. It is amazing here. If you guys come here, you guys can see a lot of different stuff. And then we're gonna do the phone though too. The phone is really cool. These are all the different radios that they have. So if you guys see it. Over here. Hey. So we're coming up on this payphone, the famous payphone that we're actually going to show you. Go over to that side. Hey. Watch this. So you guys come up to this payphone, it actually really works. Hit 2 and 6. So you hit 2, you pick up the phone. Pretty cool, huh? You hit it one more time. Pretty cool. And you can actually pick up the phone with your friends. This is from the...
2 and then 4.
Yep. And then you just do, watch this. This kid is going to actually make sure I can't film because, so watch. This is a 3-coin payphone manufactured in Western Electrics back in the 40s through the 70s. You see? And then watch. You do it like this. You got to pick up the phone. Hello. See? You get the phone, you pick up the phone, and you pick up the line. This is about 10 cents a call, and that's how you do it. Go ahead, pick up the phone, Mom. Pick up the phone.
What would you do?
Watch. You step inside this booth. Now they have a little booth over here, though, too. I know. Then you close this little door behind you guys. The light will come on. Now the light comes on. You come in here. You sit down. They had a little thing, and you sit down, and you hit. Hello. See, you pick up the phone, guys, and you say hello. And these are the booths that you can call. And see, if you pick up the phone again, you can call. See how you can just dial different numbers? And then, as you come pick these down, the light goes off. And that's where you can come and sit. And if you wanted to give this a try, you can. It's really fun with your friends. And these are the different numbers. These are the different directories where you can call. Front office, the phone by the telephone, the street open phone booth, the phone booth with the door. That's 27. But this is all the different things that you can do. And this is the other phone you could pick up though too. And then you could just do it like this. This is an older phone. And you could dial with that though too. And you can see all the little electronics work inside here. And you can see all the little pegs things move. And it's really, really cool. This is the screen. You can see. And that's how it works. See how it changes it? It's when you're making a phone call. It's the same thing for a cell phone, or same thing for the smartphone. It's an automated system. It's really, really cool. This is where the phone booth operators used to sit. Something like this, little black chair. They used to sit here. Sit right here. See. And they used to sit here like this. And they used to have something like this in front of them. And they used to take one of these little things and keep on plugging them into different where they wanted to call. So basically, if you wanted to call somebody, let's see, if you wanted to call an ambulance, you call 688-636, and they used to take out one of these little things and plug it in. And that's how you was connected to your call. This is Windsor. To Windsor, and that's what they used to have here, and that's how they used to connect people. And they used to take one of these little tabs and connect it, and that's what they used to do. These are the back cords. These are the front cords. These are the extensions, and those are, as soon as I get some, that's the TR extensions though too. So these are the front ones. That's what you used to do. And these are the back. This is the ring back. You press that. This is the talk back right here. This is the ring to front. Pretty cool, huh, guys? And this is what I used to say. All these little buttons. It has so many buttons. But this was to the left is a reproduction of a New Haven subscriber. Telephone back in 1878, the number 5 indicates the ring numbers. And this is what it used to look like back in those days. And this is what they used to wear, a little headset like this. Just like that operator used to wear this headset. Pretty cool, huh? And you can come sit in a chair where I sat. This is the chair I just sat in. And then they have more phones like this. You can pick up the phone. And he's gonna have these working though soon. Every phone has a different number to it, see? Every phone has a different number to it. So that says 224, and this is 200. Okay, guys? And these are what I was talking about. So every time that you dial somebody, these little things shift over to where you're gonna dial to, and they put out a call. See these little tubes? They have a couple of them. And those are what make phone calls possible for digital. Those are what makes phone calls possible for automated telephone of today's modern age. If you didn't have one of these, you'd have to have an operator, always, all the time. But these little things, they turn over. They're pretty cool. This is the rest of the radio equipment. This is what the phone people used to use back in the day. See these big phones? That's what they used to use back in the day. And see how they have switching stations? They used to pull these out, switch them into there. These used to be switched all the time. This was another one of them. And then the operator used to sit here and just keep on rolling these back. And then what they used to do, keep on unplugging and switch them into this. This is the first century of telephones in Connecticut. See the voltage? The voltage used to be up to here, 100, about 50. And this is it. This is what it was called. At your service, if you want to pause this for a minute, you can. This is called the Bell System of America Telephones and Telegraph Company. And this whole switchboard was just for the operator. The operator used to have, this is all the places where the operator can call to. All over here. And see how they had different ones when you called in? Now when you made a phone call, you want to unplug that. They would say if you're calling number 12, 132, they would take this, unplug it, and plug it into that one. It's a very cool phone system. Doesn't work like that now. Now it's all digital and all automated. Digital and automated. So now we're going to move on from the telephones. I'm going to move on to more of 1940s to the 1950s. So you guys see that? That's 1950s right there. There's more radios in here, and there's more vacuum tubes. These are all the vacuum tubes that they used to use back in, from all the way from the 1800s, guys, and all the way up to the early 50s. The early 50s to the 60s. They used these up into, I believe, into almost the 60s and almost up to the 70s, guys. These are different vacuum tubes in those days. There's different ones, though, as you guys can see. Different vacuum tubes, different sizes, different shapes, and all sorts of stuff. But if you want to come up here and see it, just come on up and see it. It's a pretty cool adventure. And then this is pretty cool. Now look at this. You guys think this is a radio? This is a WD-40. And that's a radio right there inside of it. Orange, they have a radio inside of it. Coca-Cola, they have a radio inside of it. Even, anybody know what this is? Transformers. Optimus Prime right here. Radio. They even have a raccoon. Guess what's inside of it? A radio. They had a lot of different hand radios that were inside here. Excuse me. So here's a phone booth again, once again. And then, as we come up now, we see some Army stuff though. We see some back from World War II. This is back from World War II, guys. And this is what they used to use in the World War II. Now, they used to use these phones. These are very, very heavy, these phones. Now, these phones are all Army stuff. They used to take these phones and they used to use them. And this is the backpack they used to carry. And they used to take this little antenna and they used to screw it into this thing. This was the transmission, where they used to get transmission. One person on their back would carry one of those transmission while somebody used this telephone. But it would make them a target though in the military because you was carrying communication and they didn't want to take you out. So you wouldn't want to be carrying the telephone communication though, because what's the first thing to go in if you're going fighting against an enemy? Your communications, right? So you couldn't communicate with the other people. This was it. Communications in World War II. If you like to pause this and read this, you can. This was from 1942 to 1945, World War II. Anybody else know what happened in World War II? Please comment down at the bottom. There was actually something that happened in 1942. I know my young audience won't understand that. So, as we get out of the 1940s, this is the 1940s right here. We come up to the jukeboxes. This jukebox, however, was from 1938. What's that? You used to take coins. You used to take 25 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents. And what you used to do is insert it and hit it. And that's what's it though. And then what happens is that this little rack used to turn over and I used to put the rack in there. See that in there? Pretty cool, huh? And there's some of the nickels in there. This is an early model. This is from 1938. This is in Chicago. This is a jukebox. It's around since the late 1800s. You guys can actually pause this video and actually watch this though too. This coin-operated machine was played in the records around since the late 1800s. The person inserted a coin. Songs were here in the tubes in the early 1900s. These machines have multiple songs and choices and were popular in the 1930s. So, and if you guys actually see behind it, they actually had a lot of these little machines and a lot of the establishments, like, Johnny Rockets used to have some of these though too. And when I was a kid, they used to have some of these though. You used to hit the button, what do you want? So you pick your song. You hit, say it is, A5. You hit A5. And it would have a jukebox auto in the back, and it would play over the announcement. So that's what will happen with that one. A lot of these are about the same. Now, as we move on, this one's from the 1940s. It was a little bit better. This was the 1940 model, 700 model. I don't know what that was, but okay. So this was the same thing. This is the same little model though. This one had, like, say you hit 3, and then you would hit your song. So this was a lot easier. 1, 2, 3, 7, all that. I'm not gonna play it, but this one is from 1940 to 1930. Good, how you doing? Can you show a little demonstration of this, John? I don't know if you want to. Okay. I want to show you guys a little demonstration of this, though. As soon as the guy actually comes over, he'll show a little demonstration of this. So this is other jukeboxes. This is going into the 90s now. And if anybody notices, though, this used to actually be from a restaurant.
It has a skeleton face.
So I'm actually going to get the guy. So if you guys give me a minute, so we'll be right back with Handyman Studios. Don't go anywhere. We're going to actually show you the gentleman's going to come out. He's going to show you how all this works. This is very cool.
Hey, hi, I'm Mark from the Vintage Radio and Communications Museum in Windsor, Connecticut, and we're just going to look at a 1984 AMI jukebox. This is a jukebox like I remember in the 1980s. I would see this one in Pizza Huts, for example. This is a 200 selection AMI, plays 45 RPM records, and let's give it a listen.
All right, guys, we're going to give it a listen. Ready? Here we go, guys.
I'm going to turn that volume up a little for you.
Oh, no problem. You guys see this, though? Isn't that cool? And this is the inside of it that I was showing you guys. So this is the record inside of it, and these are all the records where it would be. So all the records would be right there, and every time it changed over, it would just take the arm and change it over.
When you're ready, just push that black button right by the tone.
Okay, so we're going to change the records right now. I'm going to show you how it works. So I'm going to test this black button. You ready? Here we go. Now watch, it's going to pull out another one. Here we go. Isn't that cool, guys? And that's what it looks like in the inside. These are all the little pots. This is where the mechanism for the coin slot used to be. Those are the little, boxes. And this is where you make your selection. This is the back of it. And this is where the coin slot goes. All your coins used to go in here, down in the box. Isn't that cool? And that's the light that used to light it up down at the bottom. Isn't that cool, guys? And this is called a central computer of control. And then you can make any selection that you want to hear. Pretty cool, huh? And this is an older song. This is from the 70s. Enjoy. I don't have the rights for this song, but this is a good song. And there's another one from the 50s back there. All right. Once again, this was Mark from the museum, Communication Museum in Connecticut. And we thank him for showing us that. Thank you for showing us that so much there, sir. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
No problem. So just be sure to go on my YouTube page, give us a like, and give us a little comment down at the bottom. Say, hey, I'm there on TV.
I don't know where the button is. I'll push it for you.
Hit the bell, ring the bell, or, just hit like, and then, I put my name up there on the front, and it's in the visitors thing, though, too. It's very cool. But that is very, very cool, isn't that? I showed that on my page last time. I was going to do it, but I was like, oh my God, I want to see. Show me. I'm like, I got so many comments. All right, so that was the jukebox era, guys, and that's it. Then we're gonna move on to the televisions. So, and now the music is still going.
I can stop it.
Okay. All right, and that was a jukebox from 1984, guys, from the Pizza Hut. We had the guy Mark stop it so we can actually continue on with our tour. Thank you so much. And if you guys can see, that's the NBC logo up there. These are, now we're moving into the 1960s, guys. 1960s was a hell of a time. I wasn't there. I wasn't around in the 1960s, though, but I heard it was a hell of a time to have some other things go on. So as we panhandle over here, you guys can actually see the TVs from the early days. This one is from 1956. This was a model under $500. And it had reduced tube components in it. I believe this was a 10-inch TV. But it looks like it has a Cadillac sign, doesn't it, huh? Isn't that cool? This one's from 1956. This is the RCA CTC 5. Okay. As we move down, now there's another TV. This is from 1954. As you can see, it's actually playing something on it. It was actually in color in those days. So, this was from 1954, this one. This was a TV, RCA. This is a 21 CT55. Pretty cool, huh? And now, there's a button here that you can press over here. It's either 1, 2, or 3. You can hear. These TVs are between 1925 and 1935. And now we move on to this other TV, though. It's an RCA, though, too. This one was a little beauty, though, too. This was with a 7-inch screen, though, to it. Color, of course. This was a 1954 RCA CT 100. It was priced under $1,000 in March 1954. And this one is another model that we have. This model, however, was from 1954, though, too. It was a 15-inch TV. Very nice TV, though, back in the day. I don't see it myself. And this one up here is from 1947. This one is a 10-inch screen. 10-inch screen, this is our RCA 102 as well. Very hot, though. I guess it was just on. Now it's not on no more. And then they got a couple other ones, though, too. This one's from 1948 that had a little record player with that and a radio inside of it. Pretty cool, huh? This was a Xenon. This was from 1948, 12-inch screen. And this was a porthole one. Xenon porthole. Then we have this other one on top over here. This one was from 1949, a 10-inch screen. This was priced at $239.95. It was an 805 model. It was a daylight TV, black and white. So this was a black and white TV right here. Now this is a different one now. This is an RCA though too. 1947.
Well, thanks very much again. You're welcome.
So, those are all the TVs right there. That was pretty cool. And then as we're going to come over to here, though, we got this side of the TVs, though, too. Now, these are different TVs that actually had a knob. They didn't have a remote. So, the first TV with the remote, though, was actually one of these little guys. This was the first TV with the remote. See that? This is the remote that you had. It wasn't sleek. Let's see, I forgot the one that he had with the remote. Then there was a portable TV. Admire the portable TV. And then this was for more of transmission. So basically, if you wanted some transmission, you would actually flip this thing up and you would turn this dial. And then this was another TV that came in though too. This is an RCA 1960. It came with a remote.
All right.
And what you do, yep, yes sir. This came with a remote, guys, but this had some knobs on it though. You press the knobs and you would press this little button, the TV would pop on, and then you would have to do the dials and stuff like that. But this was a remote with it. It was an on-off remote, just simple. Very, very simple. Channels on, off, channels, color, and tint. This was another one though that you would do. This is how you do. You would tune your TV, originate it, and you would basically put VHF, or UFV. This was a deluxe color. So you would take these antennas and move them around, either bunny ears or whatever you gotta do.
Honestly,
This one's from 1950, however. I believe this was a 10-inch one. This one was kind of cool. And this is a little portable one that they was talking about on the other one. This is a Sony. This is from 1964, I'm sorry. 1964, it was a 9-inch. Let's see, it was a battery pack with it, built-in antenna, features. Transistor weight was about 12 pounds. So you can carry this little TV around with about 12 pounds with it. And these are the little tiny TVs that probably wasn't heavy though back in the day. These are probably light. So this is another model. A lot of portable TVs back in the day. And this is with knobs on it though. Guys, you used to have to turn the knob and actually get this to come in. You'd have to turn this knob to tune it, turn this knob to go where you want to go to it. This is the volume right here. This is the tint. This is the color. This is from 1966. This is the General Electric. This one was priced at $249. It was 28 pounds. And this one had headphones to it though too. You can plug in headphones. Isn't that cool? And you can feel all the heat, guys, coming off these TVs. It's interesting. This one's from 1957, but the heat that comes off this, guys, is amazing. It's absolutely, it's so hot. You know? This one's from 1956. Still a lot of heat that comes off it. It's very, very hot when they're on.